Hey guys, Becky Williams from Full on Purpose. How are you? I missed you last week. I was not able to get on and do Word Up Wednesday. It was an absolutely insane week and something just had to be put on hold. The good news is today I'm going to actually do a condensed version of the episode that I was going to do last week, this week's, and next week's, because we're running out of the month of August here, and I do actually want to teach you about a couple different things before the month of August is done. So today what I'm going to do is just give you an overview of all four blood types. So you have A, O, B, and then AB. And what I'm going to tell you about is a lot less about the food this week, but more about supplements that are going to, or according to the book, that are going to help you. Also ways to deal with stress, things like that. So I just wanted to make a little disclaimer. You do know that this is from the book Eat Right for Your Type. And although our family does not follow this to a T, we do just kind of a plant-based diet. We do have some meats. I did go vegan for about a month and I did not feel better. I actually felt worse, which according to my blood type should be the perfect diet for me, but for some reason it wasn't. But I do still feel that there are really good nuggets of wisdom in this book that you can take away. And so what I wanted to do is just give you the highlights of that. One particular thing, for example, is when I was eating just plant-based, no animal products at all, I was eating a lot of bananas. Well, a banana is a fruit, so of course it's allowed on a vegan diet. And I didn't think anything of it really. But y'all saw my pictures on Instagram and Facebook and things. I was making smoothies. I was making smoothie bowls. They were delicious. I absolutely love bananas. But I noticed while eating that I was still feeling really inflamed. I'm not sure how else to describe it, but I still felt like really bloated. My rings were tight. Everything just still seemed a little bit off, which was weird because I wasn't eating anything that should have been causing inflammation for me. Well, in reading the Eat Right for Your Type diet, because I kind of found that at the tail end of my vegan journey, I say it a month, I think it was a month and a half. But anyway, I found that at the tail end, I started reading that bananas are actually something that typically cause inflammation for type A blood type. So I was like, maybe that's it. So once I eliminated bananas from what I was eating or just did it maybe, one time, I noticed after being off of them for about a week, I put it back in and noticed immediately, I'm like, oh, those actually cause inflammation for me. So bananas are still good for you. That doesn't mean that you should take it out of your diet. This is not what this episode is about. It's about telling you things that can help you if you are a certain blood type. Whether you find it true for you or not, that's up to you. But this just gives you kind of an idea. If you feel like you're eating right, that you're doing everything that you're supposed to do, you're exercising, whatever way you think is best, you're taking different supplements and things like that, and things are not really working, or you're not feeling as good as you think you should, maybe some of these things will help. Today, I'm not going to be talking about the food as much, because you can just get on Pinterest. If you type in Eat Right for Your Type, you will get list of avoid for type A, O, A, B, B, and also things that are beneficial. There's also meal plans. They have an app. I actually purchased the app, and it's very cool because if you have a family, if you're wanting to just do this all the way, if you have a family, like for us, it's A and O for our family. So you can click A and O, and it'll give you foods that are beneficial for both, foods that are neutral for both, meaning they don't really do anything for your health necessarily, but they're probably not going to cause an inflammatory response. And then you have the ones that are to avoid for everybody. So the app is really, really helpful if you're going to go by that. Now, I kind of just use it to see, all right, if I'm looking at my food diary, or like in Fitness Pal, if I'm looking and say, okay, these are the things that I ate today, and I'm still feeling like something may have caused some kind of issue, I can go back and look at what I ate, look at it according to the app, and then be like, oh, well, maybe this is what my trigger was, and then kind of zone in on that. This is very similar to whenever you had an infant. You give them something to eat, you see how they do for a couple of days, and then maybe you'll introduce something else. If you ever done the Whole30 diet, which I do highly recommend, if you do that and then you start introducing foods back in, and you realize, oh, okay, well, this is actually something that causes me to be inflamed, whereas for Ken, it may not, or vice versa. Same thing with doing like a liver cleanse like I did, and then introducing foods back, okay? So that was a very long introduction for me to say. Today I'm going to give you an overview of all of this. So let's get started. We're going to start with type O. Okay, and remember, Dr. Adamo, he actually did this based on the idea that all these blood types have evolved. I'm not super sold on that. Not really sure why we have different blood types. I'm not going to think about that too deeply. But I'm just going to give you the names and things that he has labeled them. You take it for what it's worth. Do your own research. Okay, moving on. All right, type O is the hunter. They have a hardy digestive tract and overactive immune system, and responds best to stress with physical activity. So if you are a type O person, then you would probably be able to reduce your stress by doing real, like, heavy duty exercising. So you're in the gym, maybe you're doing CrossFit, something like that. These are going to be the kinds of exercises that are good for you to do. Supplements. You would take these supplements to supercharge your metabolism, to increase blood clotting activity, and to prevent inflammation. So these would be the reasons that you would take the following supplements. I didn't list them all. These are just a couple. Vitamin B, vitamin K, calcium, iodine. They say if you take a licorice supplement, that's good, and also digestive enzymes. So especially if you are not used to eating a lot of protein, because this for the O blood type is a high protein diet. If you're not used to that, then you could take these enzymes to help break down your food. But if I'm being honest, it doesn't matter what blood type you are. Taking enzymes is a very good thing. It aids your body in digesting your food, so it's not having to work so hard. Moving on to type A, this is the cultivator. These are typically vegetarian. They have a sensitive digestive tract, and they respond best to stress with calming action. Now, for me, all of this is actually true. So for this type of person, going and hitting the gym real hard and doing CrossFit and, running track and maybe lifting weights or things like that are real high-paced exercises, I don't really do well with that. But if you do something like something more relaxing, like yoga, like Christian yoga or something like that, I do a lot better, and I will actually burn more fat and build my muscle a lot better doing that and feel better. Okay, so just an idea. Take it for what it's worth. The supplements the reason I would take supplements is to supercharge my immune system, supply cancer-fighting antioxidants. So what I did read about type A blood type, the shape and the way that it looks, he says is actually similar to a cancer cell. I don't know that to be true. I'm just telling you what he said in the book. So you're welcome to look that up and do your own research on it. But basically that it can a lot of times be difficult to differentiate between cancer cells and type A blood cells. So with that being said, you want to make sure that you're taking in lots of foods to help fight cancer. Every blood type needs to do that. Okay. I'm just telling you about type A. They, in his book, he says that they're very similar, and so they may not catch cancer as fast as in other blood types. I don't know. It's an interesting thought to look up and do some research on. Also to prevent infections and to strengthen the heart. So he suggests taking vitamin B, vitamin C, vitamin E, calcium, and iron. Also, this blood type does very good with calming herbs, like if you use essential oils, using things like chamomile or valerian root just to help you to slow down and chill out. Remember, the best exercise for type A, according to this book, is yoga or something that's more relaxing. Okay, so that would make sense to also use herbs or essential oils to help to calm down the body as well. On to the third type, which is type B. This is the nomad. They're typically balanced. They have a strong immune system. They like to eat dairy, and they respond best to stress with creativity. Okay, so the supplements, or the reason that you would take supplements if you're a type B, is to fine-tune an already balanced diet, to improve insulin efficiency, to strengthen vital immunity, and to improve brain focus and clarity. They suggest taking magnesium, licorice, digestive enzymes. Once again, it's really important for everybody, but specifically for this blood type, they say, and also adaptogen herbs. These are really good to take for anyone, okay? But for type B, this is very beneficial. And the last one, type AB, they say this is the enigma. It's a modern merging of A and B. They have a sensitive digestive tract. They respond best to stress spiritually with physical fervor and creative energy. So these are the people who are stressed out and they want to just go and paint, or they want to go and write a song on their the guitar or piano, or they want to get on and do some graphic design. Like this is how they de-stress. They just get away and are able to do something creative. That's an outlet for them. Supplements, the reason you would take them: supercharging the immune system, supplying cancer-fighting antioxidants, strengthen the heart. So this one has less supplements, but vitamin C, also zinc, which you would want to use with caution. You don't want to take too much. And selenium. Also, this blood type would do well with calming herbs like chamomile and valerian root. So that is a good overview of it. They also, I mean, the book is so interesting. They also have information on personalities and, how each blood type has a different personality. So like I said, my family doesn't follow this specifically. I know I told you 2 weeks ago that we're really trying to do that. I did. I'll be honest with you. These Word Up Wednesdays are about being real. I was in tears trying to make meal plans for type A blood type, type O. Either Ken felt really satisfied and had lots of meat and felt full. And then I felt bad because I was eating a bunch of red meats and I just wanted to go take a nap. Or vice versa, I was cooking lots of vegetables and lots of vegan dishes and things like that. And Ken was, hungry. An hour later, the kids were hungry. They said they hated it and didn't want to eat it. Anyway, it's very difficult to create a meal plan for both blood types. And so using this list now, the meal plans that I make, if I have something that I think may kind of cause inflammation for me or cause issues for me or for Ken, then maybe we'll, switch it out for something. For example, red beans are not good for type O. Okay. It makes you really gassy. I know beans typically do anyway, but for type O, it's a really like painful pains that you can have. And so I don't usually do red beans. If I do red beans for me, it doesn't affect me that way. So just looking at these food lists of things to avoid, things that are beneficial. If I'm having kind of a sluggish day, I may look at the things that are really good for me, see if I can add that into my diet. I look at the things to avoid if I'm having a little bit of a struggle that day, to see that I eat something maybe that has interacted with me. So I hope that this has been helpful to you. Next week, I will be talking about something totally different. So make sure that you tune in. Make sure you go to our website. Today, I just finished up the 21 Days of Prayer series that I have on my blog. If you missed any of that, please go back. All 21 days are already posted on there. It's just a video for you to watch. They're about 45 minutes a piece. It was not me. It was actually Monique McLean who did those. And I went ahead and shared those for you. And everything links back to her site. She has like a notebook and things like that, like to go through it. She also has a book that goes with it. So that may be something that you're interested in. But anyway, I am signing off. Go to fullonpurpose.com. Find us on Facebook, Becky Williams Full on Purpose, or on Instagram, it's just Full on Purpose. I will see you next week. God bless.